This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutation, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Fable: The Last Chapters. In the last episode, we explored the Hook Coast, stole stuff from people, got attacked by assassins, and then found out that Jack of Blades is in a teleporter near Hook Coast, and whatever he's trying to get that sword of Kings or whatever it is, and we gotta stop him. As we were going back to the guild hall to talk to Mother about this, she was captured again by Jack. After all that work and that year we put in the jail, and she went right back to Jack. Mother's, am I right? Anyway, we gotta save her, but if we do that, we're setting aside everything to do that. So we're taking care of the leftovers for the next couple episodes, making sure we find all the silver chests, complete all the demon doors, stuff like that. So right now we're trying to teach the chins about just life in Albion, because it's so they're so precocious and eager to learn. Let's tell them about the pale Balverine. It's fine. Nightmares are fine for the children.
Why don't you stay and listen, hero? It's never too late to learn.
Hey, I'm not very messed up, and I watched a lot of creepy stuff back in the 80s and 90s, and boy howdy, were there a lot of children movies that have a lot of creepy stuff in it. Kids these days, yeah, I know I just said kids these days, but you need a lot more scary stuff in your younger days. Not like rated R or M type of stuff, but you just need a little jump, like watching The Hobbit or Monster Squad or other such things.
There was once a lord who thought himself good with an arrow, until people saw that his lies ran right through to his marrow. Many months in the cells of Bargate he spent, plotting his redemption. And once he was free, he hunted all evil without exception. One day he met his match, a foul and mighty Balverine. He did not die from its bite, but his curse was obscene. He became one of those creatures, and pale as snow was his fur. To kill him came then a red-caped woman, a true connoisseur. A silver arrow pierced his blackened heart and sent him to his grave. And so he died in infamy without the acceptance he craved.
I guess that the oh, everyone's tired.
For me, hero?
Okay. I guess the story of that, or the no, not the story. What's the word? The moral of that story is don't get bitten by Balverines and don't get killed by the main character's mom. Yeah, as far as I know, the red cape woman is supposed to be the mother of the hero character. So anyway, let's rest again and see if we can give any more stuff to our dear precocious children. Let's teach them the ways of the world, how to be evil. I mean, heck, if you look at me, I've got like red old...
There is an important quest card.
What if I should, wait, there's another quest card? Huh. I guess quest cards must unlock when you unlock the final scenario of the game, so I guess we're not quite done with the side quest yet. I just wait for the teacher to pop up so we can keep giving them more books. Yeah, I forgot to get the best prize out of the quest line. You have to give him 25 books, and I don't think I remember giving 25 books. Let's see. Unless it says we've done it here. Yeah, so we got more books to fill, so... I'll try to, if I haven't found all the books, I'll try to see off screen if I can find any more books I've been missing. But yeah, they say about 25 books is what you need. I could have swore it was less than that, but... oh well. Alright, teach. Got more reading material for you. No, come on, you're gonna...
hello again. Have you found any
you're gonna take my books.
Material?
You're gonna take my books, listen to my story, and look at my pimp hat, and no screaming.
Macabre, perhaps, but the tale of Maxley could teach some of our pupils a valuable lesson.
Yes, the children need to be taught a lesson in evil. Yes.
Thank you, hero. I'm sure we can put this to good use.
I probably could have done this better over the course of the game, slowly, like just once an episode, coming back to the teacher and giving him a book.
There once lived a hob, and Maxley was his name. He was that rarest of hobs, one with a brain. Making his bed in a stream wasn't for him. He'd rather live in a village, there among men. One day he decided to travel to town. He slew a great noble and put on his gown. In bowerstone by all was he complimented, and though short of stature, he stood proud and erected. Goodness me. But Maxley forgot what he was and grunted hello. And when the men heard his voice, all they did know. They called out for guards, who lopped off his head. It stuck on a spike, dumb and ugly and dead. So when you're about to open your mouth, remember Maxley the Hob. For it's better to be thought an idiot than to be killed by a mob.
I guess that's a good moral for the kids. I guess. Alright, whatever. Alright, Teach, got more for you.
Hello again. Have you found any interesting reading material?
I might have to skip that dialogue. It's the same every time.
Volume 2 of The Creatures of Albion. Could prove useful in our biology lessons.
What, you gotta dissect a hob or something? Sure. Wait, did the kid just fall asleep in the
It
background?
lifts one's spirits to see it.
Yes, we've heard that one before.
Now, let us turn to Volume 2 of The Creatures of Albion. Trolls are an ancient race formed from the rock and soil in which they were born. They have the strength of many men and can withstand all but the mightiest of blows. Get too close, and they will jump onto the ground with such force that the shockwaves can shatter a man's bones. But trolls are also slow, lumbering creatures and rarely move. So, if ever you see one, your best hope is to run away. If you're lucky, you won't be crushed to death by the boulders they throw after you.
Why would kids be bored of this? Wouldn't that be interesting to them? Yeah, whatever. Kids are weird.
Do you have a donation there, hero?
Sure do.
Could you spare the northern wastes? The children could stand to learn a little more geography.
Yeah, same in the game and real life. Sure.
Thank you, hero. I'm sure. Do any of you know what lies beyond the 9 seas? Yes?
The northern wastes.
Well done, Sue. Legends say
Brown nose.
that Jack of Blades first appeared there, and that it was the home of a mighty empire. Today, its ancient cities are buried deep beneath the ice. But there are still some who believe the empire will rise again, and that the people of the northern wastes will awaken when Albion is united once more.
Yeah, apparently we've got a know-it-all called Sue in the group.
Hello
Sue, you're
again.
raising the grade point
You
average.
found any interest? The Taylor's tragedy would be perfect for our after-school drama society.
Out of 9 kids, who's in that society?
Why
Yes, I'd
don't you
love to.
stay and listen here?
I actually like this type of
What
side quest
strange land
thing.
is this to which the storm my body has delivered? Surely heaven it is. And I be dead, for as in a dream I saw the ship torn from 'neath me by the waves and felt death's foul kiss. But hush now, who comes here?
Truly my eyes doth deceive me, for I thought I saw some strange thing move amongst the wreck by the shore.
Now I know that I be really dead. For in this fair land do angles tread.
That's angels, Billy, not angles.
I don't know, I kind of like this story, this quest line of giving the
You have
books
a
to a teacher and
donation
then
there,
having their
hero?
own, and giving their own interpretation of the stories and the world and stuff like that. I kind of wish games more did that, actually. This is a big check in my book, I think, in terms of side quests. Like, yeah, you could just read the book or whatever and that's it, but sometimes they do something different every time.
Balverine Slayer. My father used to read Scarlet Robe's adventures to me every night.
Oh, another book about our mom. Quit talking about our mom. We're the hero here now. She's gone. She's gone and captured by Jack. Probably dead of old age. Actually, she should be dead by the time, because we're 50, but whatever. Then again, she could have had us really young, like in her 20s, so who knows. Yeah, let's listen to Belverine Slayer.
It lifts one's spirit. Belverines are the fiercest creatures in Albion. But there was once a brave young girl for whom they held no fear. One day, a beast attacked Knothole Glade, where she lived. The villagers all ran away, until she alone stood to face it. The creature was twice her size, and she fought its teeth and claws, armed only with a stake. By the time the warriors arrived, the beast lay dead at the girl's feet, and her dress was soaked with its blood. From that day forth, she was known to all as Scarlet Robe. As she grew older, she became a great hero, driving the evil Belverines from much of Albion and competing in the Witchwood Arena.
I've done better things than that. She only has 2 stories. I have like a billion stories tied to my name, so there you go. Man, I'm better than my mom.
Ah,
Oops.
The Trials of Arkham, a classic tale. Must be rather disturbing for you, I would have thought.
I haven't actually... You know, you could actually check out the books and they give you a synopsis of what they're about, but I haven't actually read through them all, so I don't know what he's talking about. Well, okay, I did when I first played the game years and years ago, but I'll admit it's been a while since
Why
then,
don't
so.
you stay and listen? Once upon a time, in a village by the sea, lived a boy called Arkham with his family. Peaceful were their lives.
Nice stretch on
many
their
a
game.
year, till one day a band of savages did appear, destroyed that peaceful village by the sea, and killed the poor boy's family. But of Arkham himself, they found no trace, for the boy had hid in quite a safe place. And though he wished to help in his heart, he stayed hidden till the savages did depart. Then he emerged to find his whole family killed, and the streets of the village with corpses filled. Oh, dear me, this really is the most unoriginal tosh.
Finish the tale. Anyway, that's supposed to be basically about me for the most part. I guess we're done for the night, so back to the bed again. Yeah, well, not about me specifically, but just it makes a reference to our tale. I wonder if I can. Let's see, clothing-wise. I wonder if I can swap out my outfit for something a bit more appealing, just to make sure people don't keep getting scared of me. Let's see, scariness. I need minus. Put myself in a dress. Yeah, that'd make me less scary. Oh, look at my horns. Anyway, that would make me less scary. Yeah, naked would definitely make me scared. I really need to find out all the, like, off-screen, just go buy all the suits no matter what it is and just, see, what lowers my scariness the most? Sorry, I'm not really into putting my characters in dresses, thank you. Why would putting myself in a Will User's outfit make me less scary? Or more scary? Huh. Yeah, unless I want to put myself naked. Never mind. Just forget it. I'll just have it be scared of me. It's funny. It is funny for a bit, but then it gets a little annoying after a while. You're like, alright, stop screaming. Ah, it's in my ear. I'm actually not the biggest fan of kids screaming. It's like one of the most annoying things I've ever heard. Screaming and crying. And that's kids, not adults or whatever, but yeah, I get a bit annoyed when I hear that pitch. Now everyone knows my weakness. Just doing something while we wait for the teacher to come back, but... Another golden carrot. That's supposed to basically, if you eat it, it's supposed to make the daytime shine. Or it's supposed to turn it to day. I assume there's a nighttime version of that, but... Ooh. I didn't know you could find certain tattoos if you destroy boxes. Alright, they should be back by now. I was about to say, they've got to be in a... Yeah, don't mind me, guard. I'm just scaring the youth of Albion. The youth of Albion.
Ooh, do you have a donation?
I sure do.
The sock method? Yes, perhaps when they're a little older, don't you think?
The sock method? Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. No, read it to them.
Well, if you think that's wise, hero...
Read it.
Let's turn to the sock method and see how we can make you sexier in 10 days.
Yay!
Now, it looks like this hero still needs a little practice. But perhaps he could demonstrate something simple?
Come on.
Oh my! That's quite enough of that, hero. And that brings today's lesson to a close. Definitely.
That was a nice little change of pace.
Ah, hello again. Oh my. The Windbreaker rulebook? Avo alone knows what would happen if the children got hold of this.
Oh, yes. Read it.
I suppose it can't do any harm.
What teacher are you? Even if you're a good hero, he still does this anyway, so it's like, what type of teacher are you? Just get influenced by me, just a generic dude who doesn't teach the children.
Today, we will be reading from the Windbreaker rulebook. Perhaps the gentleman who gave us this book could demonstrate the benefits of its teachings himself. Yes. I see. Well, that was most edifying. But I really don't... Oh, dear Lord. Something must have crawled up inside him and died.
Shit!
Please, mind your language in front of the children. Oh dear. I knew this was a mistake.
Then the kids are gonna start learning to fart and all this other stuff, right? After they run away from
You
me.
have a
fear, of course.
donation there. What's that you have there? The ugly guide? I'm sure you'll agree this snotty lot needs no help in that area. Don't tell their parents I said that.
As long as you read the book, I won't. Read it.
All right then. I'll give it a try.
And by the way, I agree with you, Teach. They are ugly sons of bitches.
Today's lesson is from the Ugly Guide, which this hero has donated to our school. For some reason. Now, what do you think makes a person look ugly?
Having stupid hair.
That's right. Certain haircuts can make a person less attractive, as can some forms of facial hair, especially on a woman. Any other ideas?
Eating too much.
Very good. That's why everybody in Albion has such a perfect waistline. From the greatest hero to the lowliest beggar. Except for Jenna from Orchard Farm, of course. She used to be but a slip of a girl, but now... that woman certainly likes her cider. Anyway, that concludes our lesson for today.
Oh, apparently the Teach has a thing for the farmer's wife. Wow.
Any
Who knew
books
that?
for us today, hero? I suppose You Are Not a Bad Person might come in useful one day. I really hope the children won't need its advice, though.
Yeah, I didn't really take that to heart now, did I?
All right, then. I'll give it a... Today, we will be looking at You Are Not a Bad Person. It seems this hero has studied the book in great depths already. But perhaps one of you can tell me how you can make yourself less scary.
Wear a pretty dress.
That's right. A person's clothes say a lot about them. And wandering around town dressed in dark leather or chainmail can frighten people. Any other ideas?
Don't wear anything at all. Ah!
Well, that might make you look more silly than scary. I'm not too sure men running around naked inspire much confidence. Perhaps we should see what the book has to say on this matter.
This game definitely would not be made today with how our culture is online and all that other stuff, but it's interesting to think
hello
about
again.
that. Or other
You
countries.
found any... The raising of Oakvale is a fascinating topic. But this book may be a little graphic for children their age, don't you think?
Children need to be scared at some point in their life, otherwise they won't be able to handle it when it actually happens to them. Read it.
I suppose it can't do any harm.
Hey, as long as children learn context, they can understand. A child can handle anything as long as it has a happy ending.
From the Oakvale Raid. Some of you may find what you're about to hear disturbing.
That didn't stop Don
I was
Bluth.
trying to mend my teddy bear Rosie when the bandits attacked. My brother and another horrible boy had ripped her stuffing out. I didn't know then I would never see them again. It was the screaming that told me they were coming, and I hid under an old cart. From there, I saw the bandits kill all my friends and burn everything I called home. I wanted to help them, but I was so scared I couldn't move. Maybe we should finish this book some other time. In 10, 15 years, perhaps?
Apparently that book is written by the girl, if you do the story about the
Any
girl and her
books for
bear.
us today, hero?
I assume that dialogue is slightly different if you don't rip her teddy bear and you help her out. So it probably says my brother and this hero who saved my bear. It's something like that. But that's kind of interesting when you think about that. That some choices do have minor effects, even if it's not that big.
What's this?
Anyway.
Eyes of a killer? Yes, well, strictly speaking, we try not to raise any murderers in our school.
Yeah, well, I wasn't raised in that school, so I guess it's technically true.
Well, if you think that's wise, hero.
This'll teach him about stranger danger. Yeah, that's it.
Now, I really hope none of you follow the teachings of this book, but nevertheless, you should learn to recognize the signs of evil. There are many ways a person can instill fear in others, such as covering one's body in tattoos and wearing dark clothes. But a truly scary person is able to express his evilness through actions alone. Let's see how this works. A hero, would you regale us with an evil sneer, perhaps? Yes. Very effective. Now, according to this book, you can also make yourself scary by performing terrible crimes, such as killing innocents. But I think we'll leave that chapter for another day.
Does that book actually talk about killing people?
Now then, class, let's all say thank you to the nice hero.
Yeah, the nice hero. Alright, time to sleep again. Like I said, I kind of like this quest. This quest, despite it being just a minor bronze quest, it's kind of entertaining when you think about it. Not like laugh out loud, but there's a lot of moments where you just kind of chuckle or find it fascinating with how the. I'm surprised they never did that again in other Fable games. They did 2 other Fable games, and then it was like called Fable Journey, where you use the Xbox 360 camera or whatever. I have it. I never played it, unfortunately, because I bought it and I have the camera for it, but I never really utilized it. So, oh well. Which is sad. And then Fable was going to come out with another game called. Oh, it was basically like you basically play. It was basically a multiplayer game where one person plays the dungeon master, quote technically, and then the other people play the heroes and they try to beat your dungeons or whatever. And it looked interesting, and it looked like it was about to be done, and then Microsoft just canceled it like at the last minute. So I guess maybe they thought it wouldn't work as a AAA title or something like that. I don't know. But and now basically the Fable franchise is, well, left up in the air, frankly, so we don't know what's going to happen to it. Microsoft probably just sit on it forever and not do anything with it except maybe make references in other games, but that's it. So.
Hello again.
Oh, well.
I'm sure the tale of Twin Blade is quite interesting, but I'm not sure a bandit is a good role model for our pupils, though.
Well, don't worry. We'll tell them that I killed him in cold blood, which is true.
All right, then. I'll give... Twin Blade was once a great hero. A giant of a man, his swords were feared throughout Albion. But at the height of his fame, he abandoned the guild, deciding he had no need to earn gold through quests. He could simply take it. And so, he left for the woods and became a bandit. Over the years, he united the feuding bandit clans until he became their king. He built a vast fortified camp hidden near Oakvale and plundered the passing traders as he desired. He was as renowned and feared as he ever was, and now had no guild constraints to hold him back.
Sir, what happened to Twin Blade?
The hero you see before you killed him in a duel. The once mighty bandit begged for his life, but no mercy was shown.
Dang Skippy. Come back here, Teach.
Do you have a donation? Scorm's teeth. That's the Guild of Zeros. I thought your guild had every copy of the book burned, along with its author.
Don't worry, I have means of getting all the books. Read it.
Well, if you think that's wise, hero.
I've got horns. I think I'm wise.
Bloody Nose. Zero in training. Day 14. This week, we've been developing our stealth skills by playing hide and seek. Knowing how to run and hide from your enemies is an important skill for any Zero, says Days. He seems to be a master of the art. It took us all day to find him after he teleported away. Eventually, we heard his cries and found him wedged inside a hollow tree in the Academy woods. He wasn't at all happy that it took us so long to find him, but he decided to test our hiding skills next. We must be really good at it, because we've been out here in the woods for 2 days now, and he still hasn't found us.
Ooh. So was Zero just a trainer at the academy who's really bad at his job?
Do you have a donation? The Triggermist. Don't you think my students are a little too young to learn about castration?
No, it's never too early to learn about the human body. Biology. What, you never... Oh,
Any
come on,
books
man.
for us today, hero?
Well, I think it counts as giving it to him when he tells you that, so...
Book of Spells. This isn't some potty school for wizards, you know.
Wah, wah. Harry Potter.
Do you have a donation? The Book of Spells.
Oh, is that it?
Any books for us? The Book of Spells.
Well, can't I give him oh, what's the word? Can't I give him the dolls then?
Do you have a the Book of Spells?
No, that's... Can I... Maybe if I highlight a... Let's do a quick save really quick, because I swore you could get... It's not letting me... Let's see what's... let's save here. But anyway, let's see if we can give him the... We should be able to give him the dolls. I wonder if we have to just hand them to him or something. I don't know. It's considered a special card, so I don't know why it's... Let's give him Twin Blades. Anything?
Ah, hello again. The Book of...
Let's see. Oh, no, sorry. Wrong button. So I know there's probably a few books we haven't given him yet, because let's see. Yeah, book collection. So there's a few more, so I'll try to find those off screen, but it's not letting me give him the dolls for some reason. Yeah, I've already gotten all the dolls. It's just it won't let me.
Any books for us? Do you have the book of
Let's see. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try. Maybe I'm supposed to put him somewhere else.
There's an important quest card guild for you.
Well, I'll see if I can try to figure out how to do that. But before we end today's episode, let's actually maybe we should just go ahead and end it. You know, we're pretty close in time, and we learned a lot of stories from the teacher. So in the next episode of Fable: The Last Chapters, I'll try to see if I can give a kind of a better way of finding all the keys, maybe like a guide, or maybe editing an episode out to show where I get all the keys at, as well as seeing if there's any final quest lines, you know, the Temple of Scorn, Temple of Avo, stuff like that. So, and then, like I said, next time we'll try to complete as many side quests as we can before we finish the final confrontation with Jack of Blades. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.